And I wanted to ask you, since I don't really know anything about the Albanian language, I'm familiar with other languages like Spanish and Portuguese, etc. But what are some of the differences between English and Albanian, and what are some of the challenges for Albanians learning English or vice versa, foreigners learning Albanian?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for asking that question. Albanian is a very old language. Okay, if you know, and let's say Albanian is a separate branch. You know, it's not like French, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, or Romanian, whose mother is Latin. You know, okay, but Albanian, you know, there has no sister languages. You know, or English, for example, has. You know, because as we know, English belongs to the Germanic family of languages. I know a bit Swedish, for example, and I see so many similarities between Swedish and English. Bread and bread, for example, or German, Dutch, Norwegian, you know, and Danish. These are Germanic languages, so there is a family, you know. But Albanian, you know, is an only child. Okay, it's Albanian, Illyrian. Okay, it's like I think Albanian and probably Armenian are in the Indo-European languages, you know, they have no brothers and sisters. So that's historically tested. It's a very old language. But when it comes to learners of Albanian, I guess that its grammar is, in my opinion, is much more difficult than English language. You know, for example, verbs. We know that in English, we just need to put an E or ES in the third person singular, you know, with some exceptions, of course. But in Albanian, okay, all persons change, the verb changes, you know, in all persons. The tense system, yeah, so it's like French, you know, even in French, verbs change in all persons, you know. In my opinion, French verb system is more difficult than the English one. I speak French too, by the way. I've been studying French all my life, you know, from 5th grade. It was my first language, by the way. When I started learning a foreign language, it was French. I was, I don't know, 10 years old or something like that. The plural in English, you know, that we usually add an S to nouns, with some exceptions, of course, and the exception usually applies to Latin plurals, you know, phenomenon in singular, phenomena, not phenomenons, but phenomena in plural, etc. But in the majority of nouns, we know that we just put an S or ES or whatever. But in English, or in Albanian, it changes from word to word, you know, so you need to remember the plural of each word. There is no such simple rule as add an S. But when it comes to reading the language, I think it's easier than English, because Albanian is what we say in linguistics is a phonetic language. We read letters as they are, you know. We just need to learn the alphabet, we need to learn how letters are pronounced, and then we can easily read the language, which is not true for English. No. You know, because as we know in English, yeah, so two O's can be read either U, like cook, C-O-O-K, or O, door, D-O-O-R, or even A, like flood, F-L-O-O-D, you know. Right. Or even I think, brooch, you know, there's R-O-O-C-H.
There's a Korean American actress. Her name is Moon Bloodgood. So she has 3 double O's and they're all pronounced differently.
Yeah. And that's a, yeah. So when it comes to pronunciation, I think Albanian, that's the only easy part of Albanian, you know. Speaking it or reading, let's say, Albanian, because of being a phonetic language. Whereas in English, my students, or even me when I was a student, you know, I had difficulty in pronouncing words because of these irregularities, right? So moon and blood, you know, O and I, such things. So, or we say mobile phone, you know, mobile, or even mobile in American, I guess, but we say automobile, not automobile, right? So, by the way, everybody thinks it's automobile, you know, or we say expertise, but not expertise, you know, although it's standardized.
Or OUGH, through, though,
Yeah.
bow, cough,
Yeah.
rough, etc.